Joining me now are two members of the committee demanding answers, Representative Mark Vesey, a Democrat from Texas, and Representative Mark Wayne Mullen, a Republican from Oklahoma. Welcome to both of you. Representative Mullen, what's the most important thing that you think we can actually learn from this process, aside from sort of the posturing that we sometimes see here and the testimony that's already been written down?
Well, one thing we don't want to hear is these CEOs, once again, just tell us excuses and say we weren't aware of that and we'll get back to you. We've had them in front of the committee before. They've testified in front of us before. We were concerned about censoring at that point. They're protected by Section 230, and Section 230 is very open. It means that you're not monitoring the content. This goes back all the way to the public square where you literally hammered and nailed your messages down, and the people there that was providing the property or the post, they weren't held liable for what was said. We've extended Section 230 to these platforms because we seen it as the modern day public square. But what we've seen with Facebook, what we've seen with Google, what we've seen with Twitter, is that they are continuing to monitor what is said, and they're choosing to remove posts that they deem not acceptable. Well, that's not what Section 230 does. It provides an open platform, and they're not the ones to monitor that content. And there's a difference between disagreeing with a view and having a vulgar or something unacceptable posted there, such as a sexual content or something that is immediately inciting violence. But just because you don't agree with someone's political view, you can't remove that. And so we're going to be asking those questions to the CEOs of these companies and ask them how they're defending it and how they come up with how they're going to monitor it at the same time, why they should still be protected by Section 230.
And Representative Vesey, the companies are going to say, we don't remove posts because of people's political opinions. As a matter of fact, the Democrats are arguing that we leave that stuff up too much. And as a matter of fact, we remove stuff when there's harm threatened to individuals, things like that. It seems everybody's attacking 230, but nobody seems to agree on how to fix it.
Yeah, I mean, and look, it's tough to fix it, right? I mean, you want to try to keep these platforms as open and as free as possible. But also, these companies need to be held accountable when they do things that put the public's safety and health at jeopardy. I think that it's, very serious when you think about the way how they monetize a lot of this behavior that can lead to even other things like discrimination in the areas of housing and employment. I also think that, look, there's a ton of conservative content that's on all of these platforms. If you go to Twitter or Facebook, you find all of these guys that are on talk radio that also have these sites. I think that what the companies need to do is to make sure that we don't have repeats of what happened on January the 6th, and they do have an obligation to make sure that they are not allowing content on there that can lead to us having a situation at the Capitol again where we had people that were killed, including a police officer and a mom.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.